Hey there, guys. Hope you are doing well. Chief Meteorologist John Gum here, live in our weather center in the Mount Auburn neighborhood of Cincinnati, Ohio, tracking our severe weather this afternoon. A severe thunderstorm watch has been issued by the storm to exit our area well before 8 o'clock. Looks like after 6 o'clock we're going to be okay. So I don't think it's going to go into the evening, but through 8 officially is the severe thunderstorm watch. Again, covers everyone in the area. This means conditions are favorable for severe thunderstorms throughout the tri-state this afternoon. There is also, in addition to that, a flood watch. Now, they have expanded this to cover all of northern Kentucky and Hamilton County now included. Claremont County also included in this, basically along I-71 to the east of I-71. This is going to run until midnight, so the green-lit counties are the ones that have the best chance of seeing some flooding. The severe storm risk has not changed. Areas along and east of I-71, numerous severe thunderstorms anticipated for the rest of the afternoon. That is a level 3 risk. That is what they call an enhanced risk of severe weather. For the rest of us, a level 2. That is a slight risk, which means scattered severe storms. The primary threat will be damaging wind gusts and then flooding. There is a threat for large hail and tornadoes. That threat a little lower, but it's something that still needs to be watched. That kind of breaks it down on a map-by-map basis. Tornado threat, 5% of a tornado within 25 miles of a single point for the area shaded in blue. It's 2% for the area shaded in green. Likewise, the wind threat, 45% or higher there for the areas shaded in pink of seeing a damaging wind gust within 25 miles of a single point. It drops to 30% and ultimately to 15% northwest of Cincinnati. Hail threat, 15% of 1-inch diameter hail or larger. All right, things are getting active now on radar. So we will come in and show you just a nasty storm now around the Harrison area. This one may already be producing some hail there along I-74 this afternoon. You can see a tremendous amount of lightning with this storm right now as it moves off in an easterly fashion here. So this one is going to come right out of Dearborn County, across Hamilton County, across the Harrison area. This one could potentially get a severe thunderstorm warning very soon. We keep an eye on this thing right now. Looks like there is some mid-level rotation too with this one. And again, we can't rule out that some of these storms could prompt tornado warnings this afternoon. So that's something we're really going to keep our eyes on. Definitely got some mid-level rotation with this bad boy here. I'm going to check the radar here, the terminal Doppler. Yeah, there's the terminal Doppler. So that's one we're going to watch here as it continues to move across Hamilton County out of Dearborn County near the Harrison area. So that not severe yet, but they may issue something on this any time now. We'll have to keep an eye on that. I want to get back to my base velocity here. Take a look at that. Again, looking from the Weather Service radar there. We've got, some strong winds aloft with this one. So, and again, that's not going to be at the surface. That's going to be aloft there with this particular storm. I'm going to look from Covington again, and you're not going to see as strong a winds from this particular radar vantage point because it's looking closer to the ground. But yeah, you got some 45-mile-an-hour winds coming into Harrison there now. So I guarantee they're not 70. That's going to be upstairs in the atmosphere, not the surface. This radar is the terminal Doppler radar out of Covington, actually out of Kenton County. And it's south of Covington, and it's looking at the winds a little closer to the ground. So sub-severe there. And there we go. Severe thunderstorm warning just issued for this storm right now. Going to go until 2:45 p.m. this afternoon. That is a severe thunderstorm warning. So that's a look at it. And you're going to hear our siren go off here in the Weather Center. So that's going to run from now until 2:45. And Ann, do you want to handle the TV portion of this, or would you like to handle the streaming portion of this?
It doesn't matter. You want me to jump on the stream?
If you want to jump on the stream,
You want to go on air?
I will go on air and do the TV thing here. We don't want to alert people on TV too. Well,
Are you going?
actually,
Are you going wall to wall or just
no,
cutting it?
no.
Okay.
Just a quick cut in for this. Warn people that it's coming. Yeah. I want to check this out, and you're kind of seeing our operations in real time here. We are running the crawl. Let's move the crawl to the bottom of the screen, Ann, if we could. And this is located over Harrison, moving east at 40 miles an hour now. So I want to update that. And so there's a look at where the storm is. There's a look at where it's going. Fernald, Ross Township, Coleraine Township, Fairfield, Forest Park, Springdale, Westchester, and Blue Ash between now and 2/21. Those the locations that will be impacted by this severe thunderstorm. Again, this is a severe thunderstorm warning. It is going to cover parts of southeastern Franklin County, Dearborn County, northeastern Dearborn County, northern Hamilton County, and southern Butler County until 2:45 this afternoon. And that is a look at the storm. And you have Max 2 up on radar? Because streaming here is connected to Max 1.
Yeah, I got it up here.
Yeah. Streaming here is connected to Max 1.
Tell Tyler
Yeah.
upstairs.
And the other thing is here, we need to relocate that crawl.
I did just put it.
Did you change it? Okay.
Changed it, but I don't
Perfect.
know.
If you changed it, there's a delay there, obviously.
I assume it should go.
Okay.
down, but I'm hoping-
All right, so I'm going to let Ann hop into the streaming desk here. I will use Max 2. Tell him we're going to be on Max 2.
Okay.
And if you got a radar up, we'll go with that. But again, this is the severe thunderstorm warning in effect for southeastern Franklin, northeastern Dearborn, northern Hamilton, and southern Butler County until 2:45. Winds to 60 miles an hour and 1-inch hail possible with this storm as it moves across these areas. So we're going to continue the stream here. We're also going to do some live linear TV coverage here as well, and come on air just to let people know who are on our TV broadcast.
Tyler knows. Over here. All right, I'm taking over for John. He's gonna, as he mentioned, go on air or go on Local 12 right now, just to give everyone who's watching at home just a little bit of an update here, because that does encompass, I should say, some of our viewers who are in or near downtown Cincinnati and in obviously the greater Cincinnati area here this afternoon. So that is the latest severe thunderstorm warning, and I'm going to zoom back out just briefly to give you just a wider view of kind of what we're keeping our eye on as we go into the afternoon hours today. We were focused on the area across southern Indiana, basically just south of Bloomington or so, up through Fort Wayne, kind of that area where we were waiting for kind of development for those thunderstorms. I'll come back to this thought in just one second. We've got another severe thunderstorm warning. This one is going to include Ripley County in Indiana. Once again, basic severe thunderstorm warning here. This one for Ripley County, Indiana, goes until also 2:45 this afternoon. So this is going to be just to the, let me switch this over here, just to the southeast of Batesville. We'll zoom in a little bit closer. Napoleon, Moores Hill, Benham, all included in that severe thunderstorm warning. So we're looking at winds potentially close to maybe 60 miles per hour, and also a little bit of hail inside this storm. Not out of the question either. So these storms are going to continue to move. I'm going to just check the speed on this one. Probably at about 40 miles per hour or so, 35 to 40 miles per hour off to the east. So let's put a new track on this storm here. Let's see. We'll go 35 miles per hour on this one. And we've got a list of arrival times up on your screen. You'll see that red box there. So Versailles at pretty much right now. Aurora in about the next half an hour. We're talking Dillsboro at about 2:20 this afternoon. Rising Sun right around 2:45, just as this severe thunderstorm warning should be expiring, and then should be in the Burlington neighborhood by about 2:50. So again, these storms, I'm going to turn off everything and zoom out here. We've only got 2 severe thunderstorm warnings on our map right now. But again, coming out of, I'll get back to my previous point here, coming out of southern Indiana at a pretty good clip, and they're all going to move off to the east here between about 35 to 40 miles per hour here off to the east. So good news is the ones that are in southern Indiana right now, not severe, but as they move into southeastern Indiana back into southwest Ohio, that's where they've kind of been just blowing up a little bit and have had the right ingredients in the atmosphere to turn severe. So that's kind of what we were expecting to see. Anything that does come into our area, atmosphere, environment's pretty ripe for severe storms here today, and they're going to take advantage of that. We've got a pretty good cold front that's basically sparking off these storms, and they've got a lot of moisture to tap into here across the area, with dew points sitting into the 70s this afternoon. So we have the right ingredients, as John mentioned. The threats here earlier, wind is going to be our biggest concern, as well as localized flooding, but stray tornado, spin-up tornado can't be ruled out here either as we go through the evening hours tonight. I think this is mainly going to be this afternoon into maybe dinner time. And then after that, it looks like the storm should be out of here, or at least our severe threat would be done with by the time we head into the early evening hours. So hopefully these storms can get out of here before the rush hour evening commute for folks across the tri-state. That would be very ideal. So let's go back to radar. We're going to go back to the storm. That includes portions of Hamilton County, Butler, Dearborn counties as well. This severe thunderstorm warning, again, goes until 2:45. So we still got good 45 minutes left on this cell. Quite a bit of lightning. You can see all of the lightning here with inside this storm, and probably the worst of the storm, or at least the core of the storm, would likely be between Whitewater Township as well as Green Township. So Colerain Township, you're included in the severe thunderstorm warning, out towards Norwood, Blue Ash, up through Sharonville, also included in this severe thunderstorm warning. So maybe not raining at its worst just quite yet in Norwood or Blue Ash. Even into Sharonville, you're still looking dry, but you're probably seeing some dark storm clouds off into the distance. So this is going to be headed your way here momentarily. So definitely head inside if you're outdoors. If you have plans this afternoon or, within the next hour, wait for these storms to pass, and hopefully you have a place to head inside to seek some shelter so you're not outside and you're not within the vicinity of the storm, which has quite a bit of lightning here. Let's take a look at the hail, and let me pull up my hail tracking tool that I have here. Let's see if it's got anything. I don't see. I'm going to actually play this back. There we go. So it is picking up on some hail, which would be right around the Harrison area, which is where we saw some of those stronger winds potentially inside the storm here as the storm got going, and then up into Morgan Township as well. Also picking up on a little bit of hail inside that severe thunderstorm warning, and then also pretty good hail core, at least indicated on here, just outside of Ripley County. Basically just north of Campbell is where we could have some more significant hail inside this storm. So hail, big concern here. I'm just going to double check our chat. We have a chat service with the National Weather Service. So just going to check with them here just to make sure I'm not missing anything. Okay. So, we've got 2 severe thunderstorm warnings, and if we go zoom out just a little bit, you'll notice 2 more severe thunderstorm warnings back on the map into southern portions of Indiana at this point in time. So, not in our viewing area, but again, atmosphere is pretty primed and ready to go here across the area as we go through the evening hours tonight. So, we've got the one storm coming through just to the north of downtown Cincinnati right now into basically all of Hamilton County, moving out of southeastern Indiana now, moving out of Dearborn County into Hamilton and southern portions of Butler County currently. And let's put a new storm track on this one. And we're going to do, okay, I'm going to do a little bit of a line here. Go out.
miss me?
We did. How'd it go?
Very quick.
See, John is back.
We don't want to
I was
interrupt programming too long.
Do you wanna sit back down? I was just doing a
you
quick.
got a show to get ready for, so.
Oh, that's true. I was just doing a quick timeline here
Tracking.
of that storm. Yes,
All right.
and checking on chat, which I don't think anything new has come up yet.
Is that your phone?
Yes, this one's mine.
All right, good deal. All right, so we got the Ripley County warning too
Yes,
in there.
we did talk about that. Pretty good. At least the hail tracker on that one.
Yeah. I was focusing on the hail with
Yeah.
that one
Yeah.
over on the TV side.
Okay.
All righty, back at it now. Interesting how these storms are kind of lining up this afternoon. I'm hopeful with these things moving, unlike Friday's event where you had a storm that was slowly moving and kind of back building. You know, I'm hoping that they move quickly enough that we don't, see the horrible flooding that we had Friday. But boy, that one, that's got a hail core
For sure.
with it.
There. Wow.
It's over Holton now, and that's one of the places I called out on TV. Holton, Indiana. If you're in Holton, is anybody in Holton, Indiana there? Let me know what you're seeing. If you're in the Holton area. Because it looks like that's got some hail coming up 50 toward Versailles. Yeah. And I hesitate to use the hail products here. Well, it's a little behind typically. Yeah, that's estimating hail over an inch in diameter, right there along 50 into the Holton area. So it looks like it's moving a little south of due east. So I'll try to give kind of a precise track as that comes across Ripley County. So Holton, over top of you now, Holton Elementary School. Dabney, that's one of the towns we called out. South Ripley Elementary School, Versailles, Elrod, and Green Chapel toward 231. So that one's got some hail with it. There's a definite hail core there with that storm. And again, winds to 60 would be possible with that one as it moves across Ripley County. They got the warning until 2:45, about 8,000 people impacted by that. Maybe extended. The way this thing's moving, I would suspect southern Dearborn and Ohio County may also eventually come under fire from that hail core eventually. But for now, you're not under the warning. There's the warning. Looks like they've cut it out of Franklin County now. So just northeastern Dearborn and southern parts of Butler County and northern Hamilton County under this severe thunderstorm warning. Winds to 60, 1 inch hail possible. The hail core with this one doesn't look as healthy as the one to the south. If we're seeing any hail anywhere up here, Ross Township near Fairplay in Butler County, moving toward Fairfield perhaps, maybe some small hail down here into Green Township. So if you are, watching from any of these locations, try to give us a heads up on what you're seeing in any of these spots. And hopefully we see your reports come across. We're keeping an eye on radar, keeping an eye on chat. It's a lot of things to keep our eyes on here as well. But that's the storm now moving across Butler County, Hamilton County, moving out of Dearborn County now with the potential for 60-mile-an-hour winds, 1-inch hail, and extremely heavy rainfall with this one. I mean, there's a lot of lightning, too, with these. Go back to our lightning counter. We've got 390 strikes now, 391 in the past 15 minutes, so that will continue to update. But, you can see these storms are really, really electrically active as they move through this afternoon. So we're going to have to watch this one as it's moving across Hamilton County here. The city of Cincinnati officially outside of the warning here. So we are not under a warning in the city of Cincinnati. But that warning is to the north up through Hamilton County and southern Butler County. Let's look at the rainfall rates are insane here. The radar's estimating 8 inches per hour rainfall rates, which is, that's like something you would see in South Florida or Louisiana. Honestly, this is just blinding rainfall. And looking at our camera here, let me look over and look at Tower Cam. Let's see if I can bring that up and see if we could point it up to the storm. Get a good view of it here. In fact, let's pull up our cameras here. UC appears to be down for whatever reason. We've had some connectivity problems there and some moisture in that camera. Let's go back. No, you don't want to see me. Nobody wants to see that. Let's see if I can bring up the camera. Full screen now. Yeah, so we're looking from the Radisson there in Covington back to the north toward that storm that's moving through northern Hamilton and southern parts of Butler County now. So we're actually looking back at that storm this afternoon. And, boy, that one, that's producing very heavy rain. And you missed it. The rainfall rates of the thing are 8 inches per hour, which is insanity with that storm. So 2 warnings right now. One that covers parts of Dearborn County, extreme eastern Dearborn County. Another that covers the northern part of Hamilton County and southern parts of Butler County. And then a warning for Ripley County, Indiana as well. That storm's getting toward the edge of the warning polygon. So it'll be interesting to see if they extend this warning at all. Looking at some of the winds here. Yeah, that's... Well, again, I'm looking from the Wilmington radar here, so let's back this off. That's going to be a loft. So let's get a more realistic depiction of a little closer to the ground. Yeah, there's a little closer to the ground. And so within this, the winds closer to the ground aren't as strong as aloft, obviously. So whether or not this is producing severe wind now is questionable. It's definitely producing a lot of rain. But whether or not this Hamilton and Butler County storm is producing severe winds is questionable. They're definitely aloft, but I don't know if they're making it to the ground now. Let's give another track on this storm as it comes to the edge of that warning polygon. It's going to continue out of the warning here. So we'll give you some arrival times of places that are outside the warning for now, unless they extend it. Westchester, Montgomery, 216 to 220. Deerfield Township, 225. Loveland, 227. Mount Repose, 231. Goshen, 236. Butlerville, 241. Harlan Township, 243. Linda's got very heavy rain in Montfort Heights there. So, yeah. But, whether or not this thing is producing... Do you love the notification I just got in?
Oh, no.
Reboot required. No, I don't think it's a good time to reboot the computer here. Again, if you're just joining us here, we have a severe thunderstorm warning for they still have it up for the little northeastern corner of Dearborn. They got it for southern Butler, northern Hamilton County until 2:45. Another half hour? Yeah, I'm not sure about that. And again, it doesn't look like the storm is producing really strong winds anymore, at least not at the surface. All right, so we're watching that one. Let's go back to our Ripley County storm. This is the one of concern because of the hail here. They've got the hail size up to 1.25 inches with this one. So let's see what our estimates are here. Yeah, about 1 inch is what they're estimating on that one. What the radar algorithm is estimating. And that's our hail detection. Looks like it's come down a little bit. Not as big on the hail as what it was. We still got the hail core there. Looks like the hail core is running south of 50 now into Ripley County here. So we can try to be precise on where this is going to go. Let's take it to the edge of the warning polygon. So South Ripley Elementary School there and Green Chapel, perhaps in the path of that along 129 there. It looks like the south side of Versailles is going to see some of this too. So, if you're watching from this area, if you can get your car under some kind of cover, might be a good idea. Coming a little tighter here. South County Road 300. Yeah, we've got thunder here at the station now. Yeah, it looks like that hail core is in the pink-purple shading there, running south of 50 now, getting ready to cross 421 near Correct. So that's where you may see some hail up to 1 inch in diameter. Yep. So again, this is the severe thunderstorm warning for Ripley County, Indiana. Winds to 60, hail up to 1 inch in diameter. They have not extended that warning yet. That warning goes until 2:45. And then still the warning here for Hamilton County, southern Butler. They officially still have it up for that little tiny northeastern corner of Dearborn, but I haven't seen any big wind out of this for a while now. There's our wind field. As we look at this, I'm going to query some of these pictures off air. Yeah, I'm not seeing any huge winds here. This one anymore. I mean, I think it's mostly rain at this point. Rain and lots of lightning is what this one's doing at this point. So, again, they still got the warning up for winds to 60 miles an hour and hail up to 1 inch in diameter. But it looks like that storm has really come down from what it was. So looks like there's kind of two pieces of it. This piece here, southeast of Hamilton, coming up into Liberty Township, might be producing a little bit of small hail. Maybe. It was earlier. Crossing 747 now, coming into Westchester and Hughes there for that little area north. And you can see it had a flash of purple there earlier, and that's since gone away. So it looks like it has weakened a little bit. Got another storm up here running between Carlisle and Waynesville. Looks like just some downpours. Not seeing a whole lot of lightning with that one. We're getting rumbles of thunder now here at our studios in Mount Auburn from these storms. So if you're just joining us right now, 2 severe thunderstorm warnings in effect. Dearborn County, the far northeastern sliver of Dearborn County, northern Hamilton County, the southern or really southeastern portion of Butler County runs until 2:45. Thankfully, we're no longer seeing severe winds right now at this exact moment out of that storm. Doesn't mean that can't happen, though. And hail up to an inch in diameter, we're no longer seeing that at this juncture. The one in Ripley County probably has more of a hail threat here around Versailles and points just south of Versailles along 129 there. And they took the hail size down to an inch in diameter with that, and so they've dropped the estimate there, which is that's what we're seeing. A sign maybe that we're getting some weakening from that storm, but there's our hail estimator. Yeah, and we estimate about an inch now, so it kind of comes up and down. And as we sort of track this, trying to be kind of precise, I'm just going to take it to the edge of the warning here. Green Chapel is one place that continues to pop up there in southern Ripley County. So in that area along 129, you got a lot of rural areas out here. That's where you could see the largest hail threat out of this. Let me get back to the velocity mode here. And let's look from terminal Doppler. It looks like right there, yeah, just to the east of Versailles along 50. We're estimating 45-mile-an-hour winds with this one. So winds have appeared to come down a little bit, but again, we still could see some stronger gusts. Weather Service still has it tagged up to 60-mile-an-hour winds right now with this storm. In Hamilton County, I mean, we're getting pounded right now. Green Township, Norwood. Rainfall rates have come down from what they were, over 4 inches per hour now. But, I mean, that's another concern. We've got a flood watch up. Does include Hamilton County now. So extremely heavy rainfall. There's our 1 hour rainfall estimates. Yeah, in an hour we're at about 1.5 inches of rainfall there. With this thunderstorm over the past hour, coming across Dearborn County into Hamilton County and southern Butler County. So flooding, you know, it's going to be a concern. Let's hope this thing doesn't continue to back build, but it is. I mean, just looking at radar and right now, flooding may become the dominant concern with these storms. Just seeing how these are tracking, and I mean, especially here from northern Dearborn County into Hamilton County and Claremont County. So, new warning. Yeah, they've extended it here. And so, brand new warning extended over into southern Warren County and into Claremont County until 3:15 this afternoon. So let's give you another. Whoops. Don't like the looks of that. And again, we're not seeing really strong winds with this at the surface per se, but more so aloft here. So there it is, Claremont, Hamilton, Warren County until 3:15. Winds to 60. They took the hail size below the severe limits. So basically what the Weather Service is saying is, hey, we could see some wind gust to 60 miles an hour as this continues across these areas. So Belfast, Owensville, Butlerville, Harlan Township, Afton, Edwardsville, Blanchester, and Crosstown, all in the path of this brand new severe thunderstorm warning there that does include southern Warren County, Claremont County, and the rest of Hamilton County back in eastern Hamilton County. So what I'm going to do, Ann, is go back to the TV side, give people a quick alert on this one, and we will continue here our streaming. And they extended the warning, I'm sure, on the other one there, too.
So basically, it's almost all of it is severe warning at this point.
Yeah.
Close to
So that is a brand new warning. They've extended it over into Ohio, Switzerland County, and Boone County, and southern Dearborn. So there's that one. And again, there are some arrival times that I will leave you with.
Okay. Oh, they're out there? Okay. All right. Switch gears here. Okay, we're back. And we're talking. Let me get my bearings here. See what we've got going on. Okay. So we've got a couple new, or extensions, I should say, of some severe thunderstorm warnings already going on. And then John just did this track here, so we'll give you some arrival times. You'll see that red box on your screen. We're talking 2:35 or so for Blue, 2:37 for Aberdeen, right around 2:40 for East Enterprise, Aurora, Indiana, around 2:43. 2:46 the East Bend Power Plant, and then Rising Sun right around 2:45 as well. So that's the new severe thunderstorm warning. I'm going to take off everything and just widen out so we can kind of take another look at this, because it does get a little overwhelming, I feel at least, when we're kind of zoomed in tight and sometimes you're not sure what you're looking at. So most of these storms that are now moving across the tri-state are severe warned. As John was mentioning, hail and wind have been our biggest component. Some localized flooding is probably going to creep up in there, though, especially if these storms continue to kind of be slow movers. They're moving at only about 35 to 40 miles per hour. So putting down quite a bit of rainfall here across the tri-state as we head into almost at 2:30 now in just a couple of minutes. So lots of lightning, and if you kind of just look at the screen here and you can see the storm that's moving just to the north of downtown Cincinnati has a ton of lightning, pretty good core inside that storm, which would be right over Norwood right now. And I'm going to maybe turn off lightning just so you can see kind of basically just between downtown Cincinnati and Norwood there, right there along 50, right along the Columbia Parkway, up through Coreyville, right along I-75 north here. That's where we probably have some of the heaviest rain, maybe some small to medium-sized hail potentially there, and some gusty winds, although most of our wind readings have come down from the severe limits. So that's some good news there. But you can't rule out some gusty winds, especially with these storms, and some hail, maybe up to an inch in diameter inside these storms. So again, we did have that extension here of the severe thunderstorm warning, so now includes central and northern portions of Claremont County. So this would include Loveland, Madeira, all the way out through Owensville. You are all included in that severe thunderstorm warning now. Milford, I'm just going to name some towns. Pleasant Plain, up into South Lebanon, back over towards Butlerville, Morrow, Deerfield Township, into Mason. Pretty good part of that cell right over Mason. So you're probably getting quite a bit of rainfall there, as well as lightning and some gusty winds. So This is all severe warned at this point in time, and then you head back into southeastern Indiana, out towards Rising Sun, Bennington, just north of Vivi, all included in that severe thunderstorm warning. So Aurora, we mentioned as one of the towns for this storm to be coming to within the next 20 to 30 minutes, up through Morris Hill, Benham as well. So we're going to keep our eye on these cells here. Let's go back to, I want to take a look at what the rain is doing. And I know John just pulled this up, but this might be kind of telling. Again, the worst of the rain for all of these storms, I think the worst of the rain right now is the cell that's moving into Hamilton County, or central Hamilton County, eventually going to be moving into Claremont County and southern portions of Butler County and Warren counties here as we go into the next half hour or so. That's where we've got the heaviest rain and quite a bit of lightning. So, and that's some of those rainfall totals there where John was picking up close to maybe an inch, inch and a half. There's an inch and a half maybe where those darker colors are. And this is, again, just a radar estimate. So these aren't totals coming out of a rain gauge that someone has in their backyard. This is just radar estimating it. But again, we had issues on Friday with slow moving storms. These are moving just a little bit quicker, which is some good news there, but they are heavy rain producers, and there is quite a bit of rain inside these storms. So I think that's why we're going to have some issues as we go through the rest of the night tonight. And I believe we do have, and we'll see if this populates here, a flood advisory. This is going to be for, I'm going to read it to you guys right now. Flood advisory. That's going to go for Dearborn and Ripley counties in Indiana. Let me see if anyone else is included in that. Okay, so that flood advisory is going to go for Dearborn County, Ripley, and then Hamilton County, which again is that same track where we had that severe storm roll through. So Ripley, Dearborn into Hamilton County now in that flood advisory due to the rain, just at the rain that we've seen so far here today. So good indication there that localized flooding is going to quickly become a concern, I think, for us here across the tri-state this afternoon and evening. So good news about all of this is it's just severe thunderstorm warnings. We don't have any tornado warnings, so that's some good news there. Not to say we couldn't get a quick spin up tornado here as we go through the rest of the afternoon hours today. But as expected, we were expecting damaging winds potentially to be our biggest threat, along with that localized flooding, and I think that's coming to fruition, at least for the time being. And again, we want to go back to the hail. So our hail tracker here, and I'm just going to double check on the other radar format that I use as well on my phone here. But yeah, could be a little bit of hail just to the south of that polygon here. So if you're in Reading, just south of Reading, I should say, Norwood, that's kind of where that core of the storm was here just about 5-10 minutes ago. Could be a little bit of hail inside that cell. And again, radar estimating maybe a half an inch, sometimes overdoes it. So hopefully this isn't anything too intense as far as the hail size goes. But also picking up a little bit of hail just to our north, just to the south of Monroe here, up towards the Westchester, Liberty Township area. Could be a little bit of hail ongoing in that vicinity there as far as our products go here. Moving towards the Mason area right now. Hail could be a bit of a concern up there. And then our storm out was in southeastern Indiana, moving into, well, just to the south and south and west of Aurora here. A little bit of hail inside that storm as well. So keep that in mind too. Not only are we watching the wind potential, but also some hail potential here inside these storms. And again, if you are in the vicinity of these severe thunderstorm warnings, first and foremost, hopefully you're already inside and away from the windows and not outside. But secondly, if you are hopefully in a safe spot and you do see some of this hail, if you want to chime in on the comments to let us know where you are. I know John's been checking the comments, and I'm trying to too. It's, again, quite a production here, and we've got a lot of screens that we're following closely currently. But I think those areas would be my most concern right now. So basically, Norwood area, if you're just north of downtown Cincinnati, just south and west of Madeira, it's where we've got at least the potential for some hail. And then up towards the Mason area, I think this hail core might be our most intense one now, or at least most severe looking one at this point in time. So this would be right in the Wetherington area over towards Mason, excuse me, and moving up towards Kings Island area, just to the north of Deerfield Township. So keep that in mind as well as far as our hail goes. We're going to go back to reflectivity here. And we still have most of these severe thunderstorm warnings going. Well, we've got the one out towards southeastern Indiana, Butler, Dearborn counties. Go down here. This is the one I was looking at. Dearborn, Ohio, Switzerland counties. That goes until 3:15 this afternoon. And again, you'll notice the hail size here on the severe thunderstorm warning tag, a little bit less than severe limits. So that kind of does coincide with what we were looking at on the hail tracker there. It doesn't look as intense, but if we go back up to that severe thunderstorm warning, that does include Mason. I want to see what her tag here, and looks like they have that tagged only as about 3/4 of an inch size of hail. So maybe a little bit more intense than what radar is looking at, but I would say anywhere between about 3/4 of an inch to an inch in diameter as far as hail goes on that cell. Up into the Mason area, that's going to be moving into South Lebanon right now as well. So it's only tagged as 3/4 of an inch though. You find that kind of look at. I mean.
Well, and I just said on air too. I said I know they only tagged this 3/4 of an inch, but maybe up to an inch.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I mean the hail core and the hail product, looks the worst on that cell.
It might be overestimating, perhaps.
Yeah. Maybe.
I
Okay.
think the flooding threat is probably.
That's what I was saying too. More concerned now.
Yeah.
As we go
All right.
into the rest of the day.
Take in, take out.
Do you need me to go call the meeting?
I forgot about the meeting.
I'll call.
We've got an editorial meeting going on right now.
I'll chime in.
So, excellent. I just talked to Dave out there.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
all right, guys. Thanks for staying with us here. We just want to continue to provide you, continuous coverage here on the streaming side of things this afternoon. And we are coming on TV as needed, and we are posting these warnings as well to all of our streaming platforms. And I just realized that we are not live on Ann's Facebook page. I need to fix that. So we're going to hopefully go live on Ann's Facebook page here as well. We'll give it a second here to let her Facebook page kick in. Back to these storms now. Again, active warnings in effect for Butler County, Hamilton County, Claremont County, and Warren County. You got two main storms here that are kind of splitting this polygon. And I'll tell you, this one that's coming across the Cincinnati metro area through downtown Cincinnati out to Norwood to Anderson, that is an intense storm with intense lightning as it moves across these areas. I mean, look at our lightning. Holy moly. Let me expand this and just show the cluster of storms in our area now. Oh, my goodness. We're up there over 900 on the lightning strikes this afternoon. Holy cow. Wow. That is a lot of lightning. Let's focus on this storm now coming into the Newtown and Anderson area. You could see, some hail, maybe up to an inch in diameter with that bad boy as it moves through. Winds to 60 miles an hour, a possibility. I want to give more precise track on where that section of the storm is going to go. It's going to kind of favor the southern end of this polygon here. So Newtown, Summerside, Willowville, Batavia, Owensville, Afton, and Williamsburg, all in the path of this particular thunderstorm here. That, again, I think the hail could be up to an inch in diameter. Let's check that with our Hail Now product. Again, this is kind of lagging behind, so I'd say roughly an inch. Might be a little under that is what it's shown right now. But you got some hail with that. You continue to see just tremendous amount of lightning. And, I mean, again, rainfall rates, and I'm going to try not to pick the hail contamination can sometimes alter the rainfall rates, make it higher than it seems. So I'll pick a section of the storm outside of the hail core there. 5-inch per hour type rainfall rates. I mean, these are, and again, this is hitting the same area that got hit really hard Friday, with some of that flooding right on 71 here, and just east of there now, going out to the southern part of the 275 loop out there toward Anderson. So, boy, oh boy, oh boy. That is some big-time lightning and some extremely heavy rainfall. That's probably the most intense section of storm. And again, you got the northern portion of this up around South Lebanon that is likely producing some hail up here as well. And let's see if we can, and again, the algorithm's a little behind here. But as we look at that, that's going to be just under an inch diameter hail there. So certainly some hail might be just below the severe threshold of hail, but that's going to kind of move over toward Morrow. Give you kind of a path on that as it moves through. So Little Miami High School, Morrow Elementary School, Morrow, Rochester, and Hicks all in the path. Maybe some hail there under an inch in diameter. Might be some small hail. Just got a brand new warning that dropped. And, yep, they've extended warning over into Campbell and Brown County now. So that's the storm I was talking about, the southern flank of this storm. So there's the brand new severe thunderstorm warning. That is going to include Campbell County, Claremont County, portions of Hamilton County, and out into Brown County, too. This does include the Georgetown area. Looks like they've overlapped them a little bit, the warnings here. So I see they're kind of issuing the warnings as these storms morph and move through. So some of these warning polygons are overlapping now. They've got that until 3:30 this afternoon. And they've got it tagged with 60-mile-an-hour winds and 1-inch diameter hail. So that is the southern portion of this line. So let's put a track on that as we see the southern portion of this line kind of dive down through Claremont County into Brown County. Owensville, 246 there. Let me get back to my radar picture here. Owensville was at 246. We'll do another track on this. My apologies. But right in this general area, so Owensville, you're getting kind of hit now. It's going to travel down towards Georgetown. New Richmond, 246. Afton, 251. Williamsburg, 254. Sterling Township, 3 o'clock. Bardwell, 304. Mount Orb, 305. So out there on 32. Feesburg, 310. And Georgetown, 318. With the brunt of that storm coming through. Again, winds to 60. Hail, perhaps up to an inch in diameter with this storm as it's moving through. So you can see it there right over Anderson. I mean, Anderson getting pounded right now with intense lightning, very heavy rainfall with this storm. And again, I want to give you another track on this, kind of give you the big view. I'm going to kind of track the forward part of the lightning here as it travels down towards Georgetown. So these arrival times may vary slightly from what I just showed because I'm querying a different part of the storm. New Richmond coming up in a few minutes here, 247. Batavia, 249. Owensville, 253. 259 Williamsburg. Crosstown, 304. Sterling Township, 307. Mount Orb, 311. And Georgetown, arrival time around 318. 318. So I would say out of everything, that storm is probably the most electrically intense and has, the heaviest rainfall right now of any of them. Let's check in on our storm that's moving through. This one looks like it's weakened. That's good news. This storm that is now moving through Ohio County, southern Dearborn County, Switzerland County, it looks like it is weakened quite a bit. So that's good news. You still have a severe thunderstorm warning until 3:15, but Aurora 245, Long Run 246, Rising Sun 249, VV 251, Ghent around 252, Cersei Crossroads 255, Etheridge 256, and Warsaw 259. I'm going to head back to the TV side again.
Okay.
So we'll sub out again. We're streaming to your Facebook page now too. I forgot to turn yours on the switch, so so now the people on Anne's Facebook page get to see Anne. I promise you'll get to see Anne now. So I'm going to go back to the TV side, alert on this storm, give an update, and we'll continue to go from there. But we will continue our coverage here on Facebook and YouTube, and we will provide updates over on Local 12.
Okay. Back in action. All right. So, let me okay, get my bearings here again. So we've got numerous, as John was just updating everyone about, numerous severe thunderstorm warnings here across the area. I'm going to go back to, okay, and it looks like we've got a new flash flood warning here, so I want to let you guys know about this. This is for Dearborn, Indiana, as well as Hamilton, Ohio. So we've got a new flash flood warning, and it's going to be in this, here we go, this dark red polygon. So, flash flood warning goes until 5:45. This is the same area where that initial severe thunderstorm warning came through southeastern Indiana and then moved into southwest Ohio into Hamilton County, where we had a pretty significant downpour with this storm. So we do have that flash flood warning now. So this will include Harrison, Colerain Township, stretches over to Reading, into Green Township here, includes portions of I-74 and 275, Whitewater Township included in this flash flood warning. Colerain Township, Finneytown. This is also going to include Norwood, up through Madeira, and Blue Ash. You're basically right on the edge of that line. Reading, Woodlawn, Finneytown, all included here in that flash flood warning. So I would expect that we probably have some ponding on the roadways. I've seen a couple of reports from the National Weather Service here this afternoon. Let me go back and just make sure I'm reading this correctly, giving you guys the right areas. But we did have some localized street flooding. Let me find it here for you. Into, let's see, Hamilton, Ohio. So we've now got, and now it looks like we've got also got a tornado warning. So I might have to go hop on the TV and help John with that. And I will go in there in just one moment. So we've got the flash flood warning. It includes Dearborn and Hamilton counties, and now we have a tornado warning. That does include Claremont County here. So let me go off of this and do no lightning. This is going to be that red polygon, excuse me. So this is going to include Willowville, Williamsburg, Pierce Township, out towards Bethel. That is going to be the tornado warning here. Just radar indicated, so we have no confirmation that this is on the ground yet. But let me just double check here. It's going to be moving east at about 35 miles per hour, and this storm located near Withamsville here. So we're going to put a track on this. It's going to be moving east at about 35 miles per hour. So if you're in any of these areas, head to the lowest level of your home right now and stay indoors here. 254 Claremont County. We've got 257 in Batavia, right around 3 o'clock East Batavia Heights, 3 p.m. as well, Mercy Hospital, Claremont, 302 East Fork State Park, right around 305 Afton, and then right around 310 or so Williamsburg here. So this is a new tornado warning that goes until 3:15. And again, this is for Claremont County here in Southwest Ohio. Let's make sure we don't got anything, see anything new here. Just want to make sure I'm covering all my bases. as far as this tornado warning goes. So we're going to go back to, I'm going to check the velocities here, give you an idea of maybe where that spin would be. Probably pretty close again. This is going to probably be right within, as the National Weather Service said, Withamsville is where that rotation would be. So right where you have those pixels kind of coming in green and red here, just to the north of Withamsville, that's the potential where we would see that tornado if there were a tornado on the ground. So let me do a new track from that specific area just to give folks an idea. In case you're in line of this, and this is going to be due east basically. So again, some of these towns are repeats, but if you hear your town, if you know anyone in these areas, you want to head lowest level, most interior room in your building, safest place to be here during a tornado warning, inside and away from windows. So Claremont County at around 2:56, Batavia close to 3 o'clock or just before 3 p.m., 3:02 East Batavia Heights. We're going to go 3:02 Mercy Hospital, Claremont, 3:05 Claremont College at UC East, and then 3:05 East Fork State Park, 3:06 will be Afton. So again, that rotation, I'm going to move this around just a touch here. So Merwin, this rotation is going to be just to the north and west of you. And if I can, I'm going to draw on my map here just to give folks, this is where we're watching. Right around there is the area where the potential rotation would be inside this storm. So again, that's where we would have that rotation. Again, it's still just a radar confirmed tornado, so we haven't had any eyes seeing a tornado on the ground, but the National Weather Service thinks this warrants a tornado warning just with the rotation inside this cell here, especially right around the Withamsville area. Let me remove that circle on the map, and I'm going to go in a little bit closer here and take that box off as well. So if you're in Batavia, Amelia, and now it looks like this might be a confirmed tornado. So let me double check here from the National Weather Service. See what they got. Okay, so it is now has turned to an observed tornado warning here. So that's why the box went to purple. So again, this, you want to head to the lowest level of your home. If you're in that tornado warning, if your phone went off and you got that tornado warning on your phone, head to the lowest level of your home here. Again, this is going to be moving to the east at about 30 to 35 miles per hour. So Withamsville, you're included in that. Pierce Township, Batavia, Merwin, Amelia, all included in that tornado warning now. This is into Claremont County, central and southern portions of Claremont County. I'm going to go to, and so that's what we don't like to see. This would be the debris ball. National Weather Service also has seen this tornado debris signature, which is what I'm showing you right here, where you can see those colors showing up on the radar. So not a good sign. Now a confirmed tornado on the ground. This is into Claremont County, goes until 3:15 here this afternoon. This is going to be moving towards the Lindale area. Bantam, you're also included in this tornado warning here. I'm going to run out and check with John really quick because he is on air on Local 12 right now, and just make sure he doesn't need any assistance from me, and I'll hopefully be able to pop right back on here. But again, that tornado warning in Claremont County is now a confirmed tornado on the ground. So I'll be right back here. All right, folks, I am going to pop on the TV and help John Gum out on the air. So I'm going to zoom out our radar, and we're going to just leave this running and kind of focus in on our, and I'm going to take the lightning off. I think it's just a little distracting here. So we just want to focus in specifically right now on the tornado warning. That's going to take precedent until it does expire, but that does include central and southern portions of Claremont County. It's the purple box that you see here on the map. That's going to go until 3:15 here this evening, and we have that confirmed tornado right now. So want to keep folks alert of that. I am going to go pop on air. If you're watching on Facebook, hopefully you have a TV by you, or actually if you're just, online, you can stream us on local12.com or on Facebook here. We're going to be live on the Local 12 here giving you updates on this tornado warning until it expires, and hopefully everything will stay severe thunderstorm warned until we go into the early evening shows. So we'll keep you updated there. We'll pop back on here when we can, but we're going to go on TV right now. So we'll see you in a few, hopefully, and stay safe out there.